Welcome back to the Chalice Paul Disappeared, the True Story podcast. We're picking up where we left off with Charlene Larson, who was the sister of Chalice Paul. And she has passed away. And I've got her daughter who's holding the torch, more or less, to help me try to get justice for her. And her name is Melissa Reynolds. And she's on with us right now here via Skype. And this is her first interview, so this is not scripted. We're just going to have a conversation, and I'm going to talk to her about, what she knows as far as what her mother shared with her about Chalice, and how she wants to help, get justice for her. So, hi, Melissa. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. So good to see you again. I'm viewing you via video, but you can't see me. I don't know how this happened, but anyways, we had the opportunity to meet when you came down to Florida, and we went to Disney World. We had a great time. Yeah, we'll have to do that again. So you finalized your mom's estate, and I know you've suffered a lot from the loss of your mom. And can you share a little bit about your mom as far as, what kind of relationship you had and how you two were able to come to, some sort of, final words together, because you were with her before she passed away.
Yeah. I didn't know her much growing up. Finally met up with her when I was around 17, 18, around the time I had my first kid. We've been in contact ever since. We had talked, regularly.
So you weren't raised by your mom, you're raised by your father.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So what all did you hear about Chalice? Just whatever she shared with you, or did you find out from any of your other relatives?
No, just what little bit Mom had told me. She talked about her a lot, and told me a lot about her, and who she was, and that she disappeared the same year that I was born. So
1981.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've had no contact with any of your aunts or cousins, because the Alford family was pretty large. We went through the name list with Charlene's interview, and some had children, and of course Carla passed away. But she had children prior. But did you ever get a chance to meet any of your cousins or your aunts?
I do remember, like when I was real young, that I got to meet some of my cousins and aunts, and I believe they had came to Arkansas, and we met them here. And then other than that, I've somewhat contacted a few on Facebook, but like we don't really talk or much,
So there's no unity that you feel among the other family members in the cause of trying to get justice for Chalice. They probably read about it, but they don't get involved, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
But I know.
Okay. Well, you are aware that your mother had her DNA taken out in Nevada when she was alive by the NamUs organization, and they ran it through University of Texas, I believe. And then from there, it goes into the CODIS FBI system to see if there's a match. If there was one bone of Chalice that surfaced or anything that would show the identity, because it's transferred from mother to mother. It's called mitochondrial DNA. You're aware of that, right?
Right.
So we're hoping that you're going to be the point person with me in case that gets found from here until the day we die. There's always a possibility that something could be found. I know you recently were asking me about some remains that were found in Las Vegas because your mother lived near there and you thought maybe Chalice might have gone out there to see her before she disappeared, but that's highly unlikely. I know she was left in Key West, and John Paul told me he left her in Key West. So that's where the trail runs dry there. But well, I don't know what else to say to you other than, we're going to hang in there and we're going to try our best to get this story out any way we can. Even if it's through, network television, news media, cable news or cable outlets with a docu-series or possibly, Netflix or whatever. We're trying very hard to get the word out and get it promoted because there's a lot of new podcasts going out and people are getting on the bandwagon to tell their version of events. But as you know, I know the details and had done the research and the homework, and your mother played a viable part in helping in connecting the dots there on certain things that we weren't aware of. But we also tried to organize, and we haven't been able to do that yet, to have some sort of celebration of life or some sort of closure on your mom in Madison, Florida. Well, I remember we discussed that because that's where they were born. But we'll have to reconnect on that and see what we can do and have you come down. There are still some family members up there. Now, whether they would want to participate is one thing, but we can do our best to see if we can facilitate that. So you have anything else to say?
No, just that I'd like to figure out what happened with her and, get some justice for her.
She was a beautiful woman, wasn't she?
Was.
Yeah, I wish I had more photos of her, but we're going to hang in there. We're going to see what we can do. I appreciate you participating in the podcast, and we're going to stay in touch, and we're going to get you back down here to Florida one way or another, and we'll plan our trip because the last one was very quick.
Yeah.
But now we have a little more time. We can go and relax and maybe do a road trip together. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Melissa, for talking to us, and we'll continue this. This is not the first interview. When we get more information, I'll bring you back on, and we'll discuss future findings.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care, dear. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye.
Bye.